Well, hey gang, how are you doing? It's Jonathan again for Tailhunter Sportfishing, and it's time once again for the Mexican Minute La Paz video fishing report. And this is coming to you from La Paz, Baja, Mexico, covering all of the fishing action for this past week for our fishing fleet from the 13th through the 20th of October 2019. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Thanks for checking in. Thank you for subscribing. And let's talk a little bit about fishing. Well, we've had some bad weeks this year. It's been an up and down year, but, as far as bad weeks are concerned, I got to tell you, I can't remember having a more disappointing or worse week of fishing. I just got to be honest with you. Everything came at us this week. Talk about lining up a whole bunch of bad variables. The week started out with the ending of that rainstorm we had that was just supposed to be a little thunderstorm, and it turned out to rain solid for about 30 hours. Well, that rain stopped. And then they said there was going to be no more rain. We had to cancel a day of fishing for a lot of our folks down here. We told everybody, listen, I think we're going to be able to go out tomorrow. We got out and we woke up and it was raining again, even though there was not a thing on the advisories. The forecast said no rain, but there it was. Early in the morning, we're trying to put all of our pongas out, trying to get all of our fishermen together. They're all anxious to go out. And it was raining again in the dark, but it said it was going to stop, so we figured it would. Anyway, it didn't say it was going to stop. We figured it would. We hoped it would. We couldn't keep everybody in their rooms another day, so we went out, and it rained pretty much the good part of the morning. It was bumpy, but we got them out. They got fishing. Everybody still got wet. And then the next day it said it was going to be sunny, and it rained again. So it was that kind of week. That's how we started things out. The weather this year has just been so erratic. There was one day this week that we put everybody out. Jill and I are pushing the boats off of the beach in the morning, and not only was it windy, there were big waves, but check this out. We had fog in the morning. The boats came out of the dark, out of the mist. There was a low fog hanging over the water. I mean, I've been here 25 years. I think I've seen fog maybe twice, but this was crazy. I mean, these are the kind of things that just whacked us and gave us a triple whammy this week. We had the tail end of the storms, which made the waters real dirty. There was a lot of runoff of mud and silt into the water, so it made the water real dirty. The water's cooled off a bit, so instead of blue water, we have patches of green, cold water. The winds were blowing this week. It'd blow in the morning, then it'd calm down, and it'd start in the afternoon. It'd come from the west, and it'd come from the north. Just real erratic all over the place. And on top of that, there were waves out there. I mean, talk about some bumpy rides. Some of the clients were coming back going, whoa, I mean, my back was sore from just going out there, bump, 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 bump. And of course, that had a big effect on the fishing. Oh, one more thing. We also had a full moon. So all of these things lined up. Any one of these probably wouldn't have affected our fishing much at all. Two of them, again, not much at all. But when you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, bam, 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 hitting you, it's going to affect things a little bit. And we just had a real disappointing week of fishing. Kudos to everybody that was here. They kept their smiles on. They were real patient with everything. And to tell you the truth, most of them said, hey, we still had a good time. But there really wasn't a lot of keepable fish. Everybody had to work really hard. The captains really pumped and pushed hard. They stayed out a little longer in many cases trying to find fish. They went here, they went there. They looked for fish there, got one here, one there. Didn't get any there. At the end of the day, at least most of them had some fish in the box. But other times, other than some bonito, some needlefish, and some small pargo, cabria, little stuff like that. There really wasn't much out there some days. Every day there was at least 1 or 2 boats coming back and saying, we got nothing to keep, nothing to put in the freezer. We just got a bunch of bonito. We had some action, but overall just a real tough fishing day. And pretty much that's how it was all week. Now, on the good side, it got a little better every day. A little bit better, a little bit better. But, if it's maybe we're at the end of the season already. I don't know. The north winds look like they're going to start hitting us this week, and that's certainly going to affect our fishing tremendously as the waters cool off. Our fishing complexion is going to change. Normally, our fishing season starts about April, then fishes just about Halloween or so, beginning of November as the winds start up. But look, take a look behind me. The beach is there. If you could look through the screen there, you'd also see there's waves out there. There's white water out in the bay, and you can see the palm trees and the other trees behind me with the leaves blowing. And that's the way it is right now. It's very erratic, it's very unpredictable, and that's had a big effect on our fishing. Now, will it recover? I've been in this business a long time, and I've got to always maintain some semblance of optimism. All it takes is one day for things to turn around. We did have some good news. We haven't had a lot of tuna this week, but let alone we haven't had much of any tuna. We've seen no tuna at all in our La Paz fleet. This week, tuna showed up. Go figure that. Not only were there tuna here, but there were 50 to 150 pound tuna showed up pretty much right out there behind me. Really surprised all of us. People are fishing for Dorado, and here comes a 200-pound Volkswagen going crashing all over the place. We did get a couple hookups. Guys are fighting these fish 1 hour, 2 hours. One boat fought a fish for 4 hours, got it to color, and that's Sambo walking by, and she wants to knock over the microphone and the camera. Had the fish right at color, ready to gaff it. Bing, the line, broke. Others came unbuttoned. We had about 5 or 6 of these big tuna hooked up. No one could stop them until yesterday. We did get one estimated about 70 pounds into the boat, but that was a 2-hour fight. And after that, the guys go, you know what? There's still fish crashing around. We want to go back to the beach because we're fried. That fish just beat us up. Good sized fish. They're still out there. Hopefully they can stick around for the fishermen still coming down. But overall, that's kind of what's going on. The winds are blowing. Seasons are changing. Waters are cooling. There's still Dorado out there. The Dorado were 90% of our catch. Most of the fish 10 to 20 pounds. Some bigger ones out there that we lost. There's Pargo, Cabria. Lots of bonita, so there's still action. But hopefully things will get better. But I think the season's kind of changing on us and things are going to start wrapping up real soon. Anyway, that's a really quick Mexican Minute video report for you. Hope wherever you are, you're doing well. Hope everything's going well. Thanks for checking in. We'll get back to you next week, but this is Jonathan for the Mexican Minute La Paz Video Fishing Report. You take care, and God bless.